Hey everyone, I'm Devya, and today I'm going to share something that comes directly from my own experience, that I feel that would be relatable to every single student. There was a point in my life when I genuinely started to feel the pressure to be the perfect pupil. It wasn't from school or it wasn't from people around me. Instead, it was from social media. Whenever I used to search for some study tips or whenever I used to open my feed on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, or Pinterest, I would come across certain study videos that would show long study hours, perfectly decorated notes, aesthetic stationery, and a desk that looked like it belonged to a magazine. And these 12 to 14 hours of studies made it seem like this was the only definition of hard work. And somewhere along the way, I also started believe that this was the standard that I need to follow. Obviously, I started following it. I tried decorating my notes and attempted to study for long hours. But the problem was I ended up feeling insecure instead of feeling productive. Just because sometimes I was not able to follow that schedule, or when I was able to follow that schedule, I ended up feeling that I spent more time in following it instead of actually learning anything. What looked inspiring on social media turned out to be mentally and physically exhausting. And all of these unrealistic expectations started to affect me psychologically too. First was comparative anxiety. I used to feel upset just because a stranger spent a few more hours than me to study. Second was productivity shame. I used to always feel that my notes aren't pretty enough or my desk isn't aesthetic enough. Third was imposter syndrome. That I used to feel that I'm not hardworking enough just because I couldn't match the pace of a stranger on the internet. All of these things started to hinder with my academic productivity, and that's where I realized that I need to take a step back and understand that everybody's way of learning and studying is different. What may work for a stranger on internet may not work for me. And so I took certain steps that would actually help me improve and get out of. First was prioritizing quality over quantity. 2 to 3 hours of focused studying is far and far more better than 10 to 12 hours of unfocused studying. I understood that our goal is to learn, not to count hours. Second was focusing on energy, not on time. I understood that every single person has different mental capacity. A person may be able to sit for long study hours continuously, while a person like me may need some breaks in between. And that's completely okay both the ways. Third was I unfollowed the pressure. Instead of following the channels or accounts that made me feel guilty, I started to follow the accounts which actually showed real and healthy study habits. And fourth was embrace the mess. I allowed my desk to be messy because again our goal is to learn, not to make your desk look aesthetic or look like a Pinterest board. Throughout this whole journey, one shloka from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 38, really stayed with me and helped me gain perspective. It says, Sukha dukhe samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo tata yudhyaya yujjasva evam papam avapsyasi. This means treat gain and loss, success and failure, victory and defeat as equal. Just follow your duties and negative things will never affect you. This message hit me deeply. The pressure to be perfect create those emotional highs and lows where we feel amazing when things go our way but immediately defeated even when the slightest thing goes wrong. But when we try to stay balanced and focus on our own goals instead of actually following such unrealistic social media standards, everything becomes far more easier, positive, and healthier. With that, thank you everyone. I really hope I created a long lasting impact.